If you want to know how to make a magic wand that can use different abilities, make sure to watch the whole video and like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. So the first thing you need to do is to create a wand. But for this example, I've already created a wand. So you guys can just go ahead and use my wand. So it will work fine because, my wand might be a little bit different than yours. So it might not, the animation and stuff might not sync up. So like that, it might look kind of weird. So we're just going to use my wand in this situation. So what we need to do is we need to, in order to convert this fireball script in order to work with the wand, what we need to do is we need to drag the local script into the wand, and we're just going to name it cast spell. And then what we're going to do is create another script, local script, and we're going to call it activate spells. And so what we're going to do is we're going to say script.parents.equipped.connect function close, and then we're going to say script.parent.castspell castspell.disable equals true and false. So now we're just going to copy and paste it, and we're going to say unequipped do this and get it true. So basically what this is saying is when you are holding the wand, it will allow you to cast a spell, and if it's unequipped, it will disable it, so you can't use it. So just to make sure this works, we need to disable this. And then we can go ahead and try this out. We press the F button, it doesn't do anything. I'm pressing the F button, it does nothing. As soon as I put up the wand, it will function. Just like that. Okay, so now going back into the cast spell script, what we want to do is change the animation so it won't look like I'm now holding a wand in my hand, since I made another animation to replace that. So I'm gonna once again have that in the link. I'm gonna have a link to it in the description. So I just go over here and copy my new animation, and then I just paste it in here. And it works good. But before we go ahead and move on to how to make the wind or tornado ability, I'm going to first change something really quick, since I want to give my fireball some particles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it out of here real quick. I'm going to go ahead and type in the toolbox, since I haven't actually made a particle for this. I'm going to say fire particle, and just pick one from here. I'm just going to pick this one, I guess. We're going to go this, and then we're going to drag it in the fireball. We're going to delete this. We're going to go to the fireball, and then make sure it is going towards the back, not the front. And we're going to make the slide time just a bit longer so it can look good. And we're going to put it back into the player storage. So now we're just going to, also one other thing, I want to make it slightly faster, and I'm going to make this 4 so the fireball won't be as, we don't want the fireball to be inside the wand. I think that'll make it work a bit better, look a bit better. So we're going to hold the wand, we're going to press F, and there we go. It should have more particles in this if you did it the way I did it. but my graphics quality is really low because I do not want my computer to explode. So it's really low. But yeah, this is just a quick change, the fireball, and that's how you convert this into your wand script. So let's go ahead and move on to the tornado section of this video. So this is a little outtake of the video because it's been brought to my attention that one issue with this script that I did not mention in this video is that if you pick up your wand and then press one of the spells and then you quickly get out of it, you can do it again, over and over again. So it's actually an easy fix for this. All you gotta do is first you gotta get out of play mode. What you gotta do is just put in the cast spell a bool value and call it active. And what this is going to do is make sure when you don't have the script equipped, when you don't have the wand equipped, it will make it so you can't cast a spell, but it doesn't disable it. It just changes the bool value. So instead of all this, we just do, well, actually no, we keep that part. We just do script dot active dot value equals true, and then script. Well, then the same thing, but this is false. So when you equipped it, the active value equals true. When you unequipped it, it equals false. So then you go over here, you tab everything so it could be indented correctly, and then you say if script dot parent, not parent, parent. No, not parent. Just script dot active dot value equals true. Then you can do all this. And what this will do is it first checks if it's active, and then we'll check for everything else I talked about in the video. So that's basically it. That's all you need to do to get this to work. Because see, now if I do it, I click one, or I click the one, then I press F, and then I try pressing it again. It doesn't work until it's finished. I'm spamming the button, and it will only let me do it when it's finished. So yeah, that's how you do it. It's actually pretty simple, pretty easy fix. It just takes like 3 extra lines of code and a bool value, so it's not that hard. It's just a 2-second change, and this should not affect basically anything in this video because everything else will just work because it's just checking to see if this is true, and when it's equipped, it'll be true, so it'll work. Everything else, it's fine. So now onto the win spell part of the tutorial. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the cast spell script, and we're going to copy and paste this. We're going to put in else if, then indent the rest. We'll fix the indentation. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go copy the WinCast spell script that I'm going to put in the description. Paste it. Okay. And we're going to set this to 0.16 because this is in preparation for what I'm going to do later. What I'm going to code in later. Because I want the tornado to grow big and then you send it. And I'm going to make display 5 because I want the debounce to be longer for the wind script because I think it's going to do more damage than the fireball. And then this is going to be called tornado event. And so now what we need to do is we need to go to events, duplicate this, and make this call this the tornado event. And after that, we need to go and copy and paste my tornado model that I made for this tutorial, put it into player storage, and then we need to copy this stuff, duplicate it and put it into the tornado script. Delete the particle because that wouldn't make any sense because this is a fire. This is a wind ability, not fire. And then we're going to change this by basically deleting all of this. Well, actually not all of it. Deleting the debounce and then deleting all of this. And then we're going to say while wait 0.15 do for I, v in pairs script.parent.get touching parts do local hum equals v.parent colon find first child humanoid if hum and script.parent.player_name.value does not equal hum.parent.name and v.name v.name equals humanoid root part, then hum.health equals hum.health minus script.parent.damage value. We're going to set the damage value to 5. So basically what I want this to do is I want it so that every 0.15 seconds it'll check to see if it's touching a humanoid. If it's touching a humanoid, it'll deal 5 damage to the humanoid. Well, no, if it's touching a humanoid root part, then it will deal 5 damage to the humanoid root parts. So basically to the character's humanoid. The reason why this is here is to give the tornado the touch interest, I guess, trait or something. Because without this, it wouldn't have the touch interest. Meaning this wouldn't work. Because get touching parts only works when a part can collide on or has touch interest. So I'm just doing this so it will give it touch interest and it will work. I don't really know another way to get it to work besides doing region 3 and I'm not good with that, so this is how I'm going to do it. So now we're going to duplicate the shoot fireball server and call it shoot tornado. And then what we're going to do is we're going to change this to tornado event, delete that, and then we're going to go ahead and call this tornado. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create a local clone Ori size. And so we're going to equal clone.size. So we're going to do this so we can store the original size of the tornado so we can make it shrink. We'll basically start it small and then make it grow up to those original size. We're going to make it anchored because we don't want it to fall while it's growing. And then we're going to set cframe equal to cframe.new root.position plus root.cframe.lookVector times 8 comma root.position plus root.cframe.lookVector times 500. And then we're going to set the clone.size equal to vector3.new 0.1 comma 0.1 comma 0.1. And we're going to delete this for now. And then what we're going to do is we're going to need to make sure we have tween service. So tween service equals game.get service. Tween service. And if you need a tutorial on how to tween, you can go ahead and check one of my old tutorials, which I think I'm going to put a card on the screen at this point to link it to that. But for now, let's go ahead and keep going. So we're going to say local goal equals going to equal that. We're just going to put a table and then goal dot size. Oops, I don't know why I keep doing size. Equals clone or size local tween info. Wait, oops, that needs to be lowercase. That's going to equal tween info dot new, and then 1.2 for its duration. Local tween equals tween service create, and then we're going to say clone, comma tween info, comma goal, and then what we're going to do is tween play, and then what we're going to do here is while wait and clone dot size does not equal the ori size, well, the original size, do, and we're going to just copy this and paste it here. This is basically saying until the size equals the size it originally was, we want it to stay in front of the character or the player, so it won't look weird, and it will go in the direction the player is facing, because that's what I want it to do. Well, I guess you can change that if you want to. You can delete it and make it go where it started when it was set here, but I don't really want to do that. Clone.anchored equals false. We're gonna just delete that over here. Clone.dmg script dot disabled equals false, because now we want to enable a damage script, since it's ready to go because of built up and everything, and so we now want to damage other enemies. And then this can go ahead and stay the same except this part. I'm going to make it 20 because I want it to go faster. And, oops, I don't know why I keep doing size up, but this should work. This should pretty much work now, I'm thinking. Let's go ahead and test it. Get the wand, press G. Hold on. I found the mistake. I left that. Some reason made that say F. This needs to be G. Definitely make sure you switch change the keys, because if you don't, then it will only the fireball thing will work. This should work now. Press the G button and wait, unable to cast tween. What? Tween info? Oh, this needs to be T. My bad. And now it should work. Come on, you want to work. Press 1, and there we go. Everything is functioning now. Hold on a second. I may want to change the damage value and make it a bit bigger. Deal a bit more damage. Change to 8, because more damage is always good to an extent. Pull up the ones. Press G. There we go. And it functions great. So, on to the lightning script part of the video. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the cast spell again. We're going to copy this, paste, and then we're going to change this to 8, so I won't make the same mistake as I did earlier. And we're going to change the wait time to 12. Once again, for the animation and stuff, make the wait time to 8 for the cooldown. We're going to go over here. We're going to, oops, I'm not even there. Animations. We're going to go get the lightning cast animation and copy it. It's going to be in the description once again. I'm going to keep saying that until it's the end of the video, but let's go ahead and paste that in. And now we're going to go ahead and grab my models, because once again I made this. So use my models, don't use yours, because yeah, it's already done. So let's put this in, delete that. We're gonna take the lightning cloud and the lightning strike, put it in the player storage, copy the DMG script from the tornado, and put it into strike. Why am I putting it in there? Because I want it to be basically the same. I want to deal damage multiple times to the enemy. I'm gonna put the damage value in the player name in here, and I'm going to duplicate this and make sure tornado still has it. And I'm going to buff this a bit, make this, I'll say 12, because why not? I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to say, I'm going to call this the lightning event. Lightning event. Oh, and also I need to change this over here. Delete this. Space, lightning. I'm going to duplicate the tornado script and call it the shoot lightning server. And now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it the lightning event. And so now I'm going to call this the local cloud, because we're having two things, so I'm just going to make it easier to remember. Local cloud equals cloud. And also I'm going to delete most of this stuff, just to make it easier to go through all of it. But local cloud equals, delete this, lightning cloud dot clone. And so I'm going to say cloud dot or size equals cloud dot size. And now I'm going to make the cloud size equal vector 3 dot new 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, and then the cloud dot cframe, which equals cframe dot new root dot position plus root dot cframe dot look vector times 30 plus root dot cframe dot up vector times 50 comma root dot position plus root dot cframe dot look vector times 500. And yeah, sorry if I sound so robotic here, but yeah, I'm kind of looking off my notes because I'm not going to remember all this. So let's clean this. Local goal equals this, and I'm going to say goal dot size, and not sizer now, I guess. So yeah, equals cloud or size. Local tween info equals tweeninfo dot new 1.2. Okay, and then local tween equals tween service cloud comma tween info comma goal, and then now tween dot play. So this is basically the part where the the cloud is going to expand into its original size that's set based on what the size is in the player storage. So now we're going to do while wait and cloud dot size does not equal or size cloud ori size we're going to copy this, and we're going to wait. No, we're not going to copy it. What we're going to do is we're going to do cloud.cframe that equals cframe.new root.position plus root.cframe.look vector times 20 plus root.cframe.up vector times 25 comma root.position plus vector3 dot new root dot cframe dot root dot cframe, not root dot cframe, yeah, root dot cframe dot look vector, look vector times x, and then comma cloud dot position dot y, comma root dot cframe dot look vector dot c times 500. And yikes, that was not what I meant to do. Dot x and times that by 500. Like that. And so this is going to keep the cloud in front of the root of the human root part at all times. So just to make sure when the animation finishes, it strikes right in front of you, which is what you want. So now we're going to create the strike, the lightning strike. So local strike equals game.replicated storage dot player storage dot lightning strike dot clone. And then we're going to say local strike Ori size equals strike dot size. Okay, and local strike strike Ori cframe equals cframe dot new cloud dot position cloud dot position minus root dot cframe dot up vector times 17, comma cloud dot position plus cloud dot cframe dot look vector times this. So yeah, I'm just setting up the C-frame in size of what I want it to be after the tween. So we're going to now put strike dot C-frame, strike dot C-frame going to equal C-frame dot new cloud dot position times 5. Cloud dot position minus root dot cframe dot up vector times 5, and then cloud dot position plus cloud dot cframe dot look vector times this number. Strike dot size equals vector3 dot new 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, and then strike dot player name. No. Yes, dot player name dot value. Value equals chart dot name. Strike dot parent equals a workspace. Okay, here comes the tween. We're going to do local goal 2 equals this, and I'm going to say goal 2 dot size equals strike dot or size, and then goal 2 dot C-frame equals strike. I thought it would work if I did that, but there equals strike or C-frame. Local tween info 2 info 2, that's going to equal tween info dot new 1.2, 0.25, and local tween 2 is going to equal tween service dot create And we're gonna bracket tween info strike. And we're gonna do comma tween info 2 tween on show up tween info 2 and then comma goal 2. And then we're going to say tween 2 dot play. We're going to wait 0.25, and then we're going to create a new position, and we're going to say local position equals instance dot new body velocity, and put it in strike position dot max force equals vector 3 dot new for well, this number, that number, just a very big number. Position dot velocity city. I did not mean to put space. Velocity is going to equal root dot c frame dot up vector times -30. Strike dot dmg script dot disabled equals false. Wait for, and then create a new goal, because this whole part was to make the lightning strike go down. This part right now is going to make it so the cloud will disappear. So local goal 3 is going to equal bracket goal dot size is going to equal vector 3 dot new 0.1 comma 0, well, 0 comma 0 comma 0, and then we're going to say local, oh no, also set up local tween info 3 is going to equal tween info dot new. Gonna make that 1 second, and then local tween 3 is going to equal tween service dot create cloud comma tween info 3 and we comma goal 3 tween 3 dot play, and now game dot debris add item, and then we're going to say cloud comma 2, and then we're going to say strike comma 2. Yeah, strike comma 2, so we can clean up the mess we made with lightning strike, so it won't cause clutter in the workspace. So now that one should work. Let's go ahead and grab the wand, press H, and issue? What's the issue? Hold on. Whoops. Oh yeah, forgot. Cloud needs to have a parent, and that's gotta be workspace. Does strike have a parent? That one has a parent. So I don't know what that problem was. Okay, well, this should be fixed. Give cloud a parent. Grab the wand, press the button. No? You don't want to work? Okay. Also, the last thing, make sure to actually name the event right, because I did not name the lightning event correct at all. You gotta name it right too. Because yeah, I forgot the H. Now it should work. No? Still not working? Well, don't be silly like me and accidentally set the cloud to a vector. If you were smart, you would change this to size so it would actually work. But now that I figure that out, we're going to actually get this done. Let's see. We're going to turn around, look at the dude, and another issue. Instance, tend to call an instance value. Oh, don't make a mistake. Make sure you have that right. Make sure it's lowercase t, not uppercase t. Oh, tween service dot create. Now it should work. What? Okay, position. Now, I think this should be good. Come on. Don't tell me I made any more mistakes. Do it. There we go. Wait. Almost. Why is that? Did I not? That should be anchored, right? I guess I might have deleted it. Well, if I did delete it, I didn't mean to delete it. Let's make that true again, because I'm pretty sure I did put that there. Now it should be functioning good. Now let's go ahead. H. Yeah, there we go. It's functioning. Yeah, it works. One issue though I do see is that this cloud is a bit too small. So I might need to publish. I'm going to go ahead and upload a bigger version of this cloud, because this cloud is quite tiny. I'm going to make this 30, 20, 30. So it can look bigger, because that lightning strike is quite big and the cloud's quite small in comparison. H? Nope, that was G. But if I still real H. H. There we go. That looks much better. Looks much better. So there you go. The lightning script. Lightning cloud script. All done. Took a bit of mistakes and trial and error mistakes there, but I can assure you now that this now works. After my plenty of failures, but we did it. So if you want to see more stuff like this, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos on stuff like this in the future.